Welcome back. Mike Shellback. This is Marketplace Mastery. Today we're going to be discussing choosing an FMO and what I would do if I was looking for a new FMO. Keep in mind, I have had to switch FMOs in the past while doing ACA because unfortunately things tend to change. So the first thing that you always want to make sure of is that if you want to leave, you're not going to have a hard time getting a release. That's very difficult at times because there are people out there that will try their best to hold you underwater and do everything they can to prohibit you from leaving their hierarchy once you're there. And that's an unfortunate situation that this particular industry has. But the first thing you want to make sure is that when you do pick an FMO or an upline, whatever the case would be, you make sure that you get a release. And you get something up front in writing that they will release you if you ever so choose, right? That's important. Now, as far as picking an FMO, there's a few things that I would consider important when doing so. For one, first of all, the most important is what they're offering, what carriers they have. You're gonna find, especially with ACA, there's gonna be a lot of marketing companies that will offer the big names, the Ambetters, the Oscars, the Molinas, but you're also going to need it sometimes in certain states, going to need more localized plans that you may not be able to get with these bigger FMOs, right? So you may end up having to go locally into the agent market in order to get some of these smaller named insurance carriers. So if that ever was to happen, what I recommend doing is do a little research and find out what their street level contracts look like. Because I can't tell you how many times I've seen contracts for under street and there's no service given. If you're getting an under street contract, there should be something involved with it that's bettering your business, you know what I mean? But make sure that's the case. You want to just go ahead and ask some questions, see what street level contracts look like, and make sure you don't take less than that if you don't need to. But as far as picking an FMO, what I would do, the first thing that I would do is I would find someone that's doing well in the industry and mimic what they're doing. And if that meant working under them, that would mean working under them. I would definitely want to, even after having training, would still love to be under someone who's doing it successfully because it takes a lot of the guesswork out of it because of course we're all going to have insecurities when we're doing things that are new. I promise you this is very easy, but what I would do is I would find someone who is highly successful in this industry and I would work with them. I would do everything I could to work with them in order to be successful myself. Now, besides that, I would also make sure that you check all of the states that you're licensed in. And if you plan on selling ACA insurance in these states, I would definitely recommend that you run searches in a few of the bigger counties just so you can see exactly what carriers are available there. Because just because in one state you may have 3 carriers that are the same as the last state, you may find 2 or 3 more carriers that aren't in one state that are in another, and you just want to make sure you have everything. You want to make sure that when that client needs a Kaiser or that client needs a Care Source, you have that contract, because the last thing you want to do is just refer it and give it away to somebody else. At the end of the day, we're trying to build a relationship with that client because technically every client that you enroll should be giving you referrals. So if you're going to give that person away to somebody else, you're essentially losing a lot of money, and that's going to build what's like a big ripple effect. One client gives you 3 referrals, those 3 referrals give you 3 referrals, now you're at 9 referrals. It gets big and you don't want to give that away. It's your work. All right, guys. So basically, very simple. When you pick an FMO, you're going to want to work with someone who is talented, who can help you. As far as the actual company, you want to make sure that they will release you if you need. They want to make sure that you're getting a good contract. You don't want to get shafted on the commission. Right? And that's pretty much it. It's that simple. Have a good day, guys. Module 1 officially out the door.